If you want to be able to grow on Twitch, listen up. I'm going to give you 10 steps for you to be able to grow your Twitch channel. And no, these are not like your generic stuff. I mean, yes, it's going to be like your generic stuff like stream consistently, post consistently, but I'm going to give you like very in depth strategies for each particular strategy. If you don't know who I am, my name is John. I help businesses grow and scale their businesses with unique marketing strategies, but I also stream on the side. I go by John Panio, twitch.tv/John Panio. But I also have 1.2 million Twitch followers, so I actually know what I'm talking about, and I've done this before. Okay, if you want help, you can reach out to me, and sure, potentially I see if I could help you out. Okay, so here are the 10 steps. What do you do? So going in order. Number one, you want to optimize your Twitch profile. Number two, content strategy. Number three, community building. Number four, cross-platform promotions. Number five, collaborations and networking. Number six, you engage on Twitch outside of streaming. Number seven, you incentivize growth with subscriptions and donations. Number eight, paid advertising. Number nine, data-driven growth. Number 10, last but not least, is you treat it like a business. What do I mean? In the first one, you optimize your Twitch profile. When you're doing Twitch profile, you want to make sure that your Twitch profile is either simple and clean, which is the best, or super unique. Okay, this includes branding. Do you want to be family friendly? Do you want to be more of an edgy content? Are you a VTuber? All that fun stuff. You got to figure out what your brand is. Make sure your channel description aligns with who you are, what you do, and have emotes and badges, all that fun stuff. Two, content strategy. Now, content strategy, oof. Now, this one I'm going to go a little bit into detail, okay? Content strategy is you want to be able to be one of three things, but very well. You're either very pretty, females dominate that category. You're really good at games, Faker, Hikaru, you want to be like the best in your industry, so either being very good, or number three, personality. Ideally, if you have two of the three, you're usually in a good spot. But if you're really good at just one of them, can be also very good. Okay, so what you want is you want to be able to after having one of those three things, you focus on the niche that you want to pick. It's terrible and it sucks to say this, but you want to pick a game or a niche that you want to play. If you want to be a Fortnite player, sure. If you want to be a Fortnite player in a Goku cosplay, sure. Maybe you're a Fortnite player in a Goku cosplay that plays Goku skin on Fortnite, and if you lose, you gotta do 100 push-ups. Whatever the case may be, do that. Okay, make it interactive, stream consistently, and have a theme selling point. Okay, there is pitfalls of that. When you lock into a brand, like if you lock into that's your brand and that's the game you play, you're stuck with it. So please be careful about what game you pick, because don't get me wrong, you can be a variety streamer, but in doing so, you're gonna lose your audience and a good chunk of it. I know, I've done that. Next thing is point three, community building. Honestly, Discord server, God's grace, you gotta have a Discord server. Build a Discord server, invite people to your community, have game night, have movie nights, play with them, interact with them, uh, post videos about the games that you play, keep them up to date. Because honestly, if you're being a Twitch streamer, the whole point of being a Twitch streamer is you're most likely lonely and want to build a community, which is nothing wrong with that. I wanted to make money. It just so happens that in trying to make money, I built a community. Go figure, right? Four, cross-platform promotions. Now, cross-platform promotion, this one's a little bit tricky, but I'll just talk about it really, really briefly. So, yes, you want to be able to post everywhere, but there are specific strategies, okay? If you're streaming on Twitch, multi-stream as much as you can. I know the rules changed recently where you can stream on Twitch and also TikTok at the same time. I don't know if you can also stream on YouTube at the same time and stream in all three places, but if you can do it, I forgot if the rules have changed, but I definitely know you can do Twitch and TikTok at the same time. Multi-stream, do that, okay? Uh, a lot of stuff you need to do as well. Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So many stuff. Do you do all of them? The answer is absolutely the heck not. Okay, there's so many forms of social media. Just stick to one. That's what I did. Okay, there's so much social media. If you're gonna try to focus on all of it, you're gonna drop everything and not be able to do because it's so overwhelming. Just focus on one. I recommend YouTube. Don't get me wrong. If you want to cross stream, focus on TikTok. But if you're not cross streaming, focus on YouTube. The one number that you need to understand for long form content is 70% retention. As long as your audience is watching your video for, or as long as 70% of your audience is watching the video for a full minute, then most likely they're going to watch the rest of the video, and that's how you have higher retention. YouTube will push your videos out more, and you'll be able to gain more followers and more views, because when people look at your video, they'll see that you're a streamer, and ideally you also have a call to action, be like, hey, check me out on twitch.tv/JohnPanio, all that fun stuff. And here's the thing. Yes, title and thumbnail matters, because if you have a kick-ass video but terrible thumbnail and terrible title and no one clicks it, complete waste of time. So yeah, that's important. What you can do, book some time with me. You can book some time with me. I'll see if I can help you out. Okay, but yeah, you should either find help from either someone like me or someone who's actually worked in the industry who can show you exactly what to do to grow your channel, because if not, you're gonna be guessing. And if you already knew how to become successful, you'd already be there. So yeah, find someone successful, learn from them. Number 5, collaborations and networking. Now this one is the tough one, because collaborations and networking is a weird thing in the Twitch industry. Everyone is trying to, well, grow their own brand, and they'll do it however they can. And networking and collaborating can help, but in reality, it can be very toxic and fake. It's very similar to foodies and influencers, because the environment that you feel it from can get very high schooly clicky. Nothing wrong with that. That's just how it might be sometimes. So you need to really figure out how you're going to do collaborations and networking, because it can be very helpful, but you got to be careful with who you collaborate with, because some people only want to collaborate for the sake of getting as much value out of you and squeezing you dry like a towel. So it can be very two-faced, and you see dramas about this all the time with different creators, but it happens. But yes, important to do it, but you know, there's pros and cons. You can definitely rate other streamers. I personally no longer rate other streamers, because here's the thing. Rating other streamers doesn't really help you. It hurts you more than it helps you. And sure, you might be, adding goodwill to other people's stream, but more often than not, you're exposing your audience to someone new who you haven't watched, who you haven't vetted. You don't know if they're a good person or a bad person. Okay, let's just be real. Okay, don't get me wrong. Still rate streamers, rate friends, rate people that you know that you're close with, but don't use that as a way. Also, you can also do giveaways, right? Giveaways are an interesting thing, but I don't recommend giveaways typically, because giveaways really hurt your brand overall, because then people will just stay for like whatever the giveaway is, right? And people don't stay for you, they stay for the giveaways. Number 6, you want to engage with like Twitch outside of streaming. So what I mean by that is you want to join Twitch hosted events. So like Twitch Rivals, Twitch, what is it? Mixers. So I recently got invited to Seattle when there was I believe it was a PAX Seattle. There was like PAX in Seattle, and I got invited down, and I brought a fellow streamer friend, and we did some networking, talked with the staff, and it was pretty cool. The Twitch staff, honestly, very great. It's one of the perks of being able to like stream is you get to interact with people in the community, but interacting with the staff, oh, so much fun. I remember talking to Pontus. I swear to God, his name is Pontus. And then there was Stella, all Twitch staff, all very lovely people. Great time. Those networking events are way more better than networking events with like fellow streamers, because you're actually dealing with the Twitch staff, and the Twitch staff, all great people, all very fun to talk with, and also they're like have a much stronger inside knowledge of the industry space. Now, the 7th thing is you want to incentivize growth with subscription donations. If money is the size of the prize, is the aim of the goal, then yes, you want people to donate. But I recommend you doing it via Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee or even School to be able to build a community, because my lord, Twitch takes like so much money out of the revenue. That's why I usually recommend people doing that. Don't get me wrong, milestone celebrations, birthday celebrations, subscriber only perks, all can do very well, but that's only if your goal is money. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to be able to grow your channel big enough to the point where sponsors just come to you and be like, hey, will you play our game, use our product, use our website, put on our thing. That's where big money's at, okay? Number 8, paid advertising. So this one specifically is very interesting, and this is the one that I definitely use. So Twitch runs ads, so you can pay for ads to be able to reach new viewers within the platform. And this can be just done via promoted streams or sponsored Twitch events, okay? Then there's also Facebook and Instagram ads that you can run to be able to promote your Twitch channel, highlighting a special event or stream series. And with that, you can get people to like tune into your streams, very similar. And then you also have like influencer collaborations where if you have the budget, you can work with other influencers in your niche to promote your channel through shoutouts and collaborative streams. You can do that, but definitely by far for me, advertising the best thing that ever did for me. I could go into detail more about that, but long story short, if you have the money, I would recommend you pay for advertising. Either pay for an agency to do it for you, pay a content agency to get your creatives in order. Paid advertising, super OP. Next thing is data-driven growth, okay? You want to track your analytics. You want to make sure that you can figure out with the analytics built into Twitch that you monitor your channel's performance. You want to pay attention to peak times, viewer retention, and which games and contents perform the best, okay? Experiment and adjust based on that. And there are like websites like Social Blade, I believe, that can help you track and monitor stuff like that. So do that. Last but not least, oh my goodness, I don't like to say this one because it's a bit cliche, but long-term play, man, long-term play. It took me. So what I'm saying is the 10th one is you have to be like consistent, and that's like the strongest driving factor. But consistent at getting better. I hate to say this, but for the first like 3 years in my stream king career, I had results. I was growing very slowly. I was growing, but very slowly. I was seeing results and it was great, but very slowly. It wasn't until I started doing like paid advertising when I like exploded out the wazoo. And that's why it's important for you to understand the consistency of what you want to do. There's 3 things that I tell business owners all the time, and there's the same 3 things I'm going to tell you, okay? A product for a service, you can have 2 of 3 things. Product can be good, it can be fast, and it can be cheap, but you can only pick 2 of it. If you want it to be good and fast, it's not going to be cheap. If you want it to be cheap and good, it's not going to be fast, and vice versa, okay? You got to figure out how you want to be able to do it. Most streamers take the approach of good and cheap, which is they do it on their own and it takes time. And that's what I did. It wasn't until I did good and fast did I get a lot of results, but it wasn't cheap, okay? But yes, these are just like a few quick things that you can do to be able to honestly grow your stream. I definitely recommend messaging people who could teach you how to do what they've done, either marketers, content agency creators, all that fun stuff. But I do recommend doing your research on those types of people because all too often, more often than not, is that they can create videos for you, but if they don't have a specific strategy in mind to be able to help you grow your channel and give you guaranteed results, you're wasting my money. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, not my company. Reach out to me specifically because my company does something totally different. So if you want to be able to grow a Twitch channel, yeah, reach out personally through me. I guess through social media. I guess I'll leave my Instagram link down below. You just personally message me. But anyways, yeah, hopefully this helped you guys out. John Panio, signing off. See you guys later. Bye for now.